Hello everyone! Today we will be discussing the United Nations' second Sustainable Development Goal, which is Zero Hunger. Even though there's enough food on Earth to provide everyone with a productive and nutritious meal, 821 million people, meaning every 1 in 9 person, goes to bed on an empty stomach. And even more, every 1 in 3 person suffers from some sort of malnutrition. It's a good first step to think of the causes first, and I will be telling you some of the causes. The first one is poverty. And 60 to 80% of poor people's income goes towards getting food in their stomachs. And during rough times when there's bad weather or a bad harvest, the prices of food go up, making it even harder to get food. The second one is food shortage and waste. The season leading up to the harvest is called the hungry season. And this season is most effective on farmers because they are the only ones relying on their own harvest for food. It makes them cut back on meals and sometimes skip meals altogether. Also, 40% of their food goes to spoilage because they don't have a proper storage space to store their food or their harvest. The third one is climate change. And although poor people have the smallest carbon footprint, and they are the ones experiencing the change the most, because climate change has a significant damage to food and water security. It also increases natural disasters and destroys entire villages. Now I'm going to tell you some big solutions that people in power should take to ensure that no one goes to sleep on an empty stomach. The first one is access to credit. When people living in rural or urban areas have access to credit, they can start industries. And most people who started industries gave their loans back. And this will provide food for more people, also having enough money in people's pocket to ensure that they have food. The second one is access to education. When they have a good education or a good degree, they have a better chance of getting a job or a good income. Also getting more chances of having food in their stomachs. So to ensure that, some countries have taken up a food for education drive where they give free food for someone who comes to school and gets a good education. So what are some organizations who are helping to solve hunger? The first and topmost is the World Food Program, which is a part of the UN. The second one is Bread for the World. The third one is Action Against Hunger. The fourth one is the Hunger Project. And the fifth one is Food for the Hungry. But it's up to you to keep looking for people who are hungry and taking an initiative to feed them. And you can do that by connecting them to an organization or starting your own organization to help more people. So now I will tell you some simple solutions that everyone, including you, can do. The first one is initiate a food drive or donate a can of food. And you're donating a can of food might seem like a small step, but your small step can actually make a huge difference in someone else's life. The second one is write a letter to a person in power. And although our steps are helpful and we should keep doing them, if we write a letter to a person in power and try to persuade them to help, their steps will be more effective and quick, so we can solve hunger quicker. The third one is don't waste food unnecessarily. If you eat something but you're not hungry anymore, instead of throwing it in the bin, maybe you should put it in the fridge and eat it the next day. Because you putting that in the bin is actually wasting it, and you're taking that away from someone else's life. The fourth one is always keep a big heart. So even if you see someone on the street who is hungry, or someone in your community or your neighborhood who is hungry or needs some help, you should help them because it's up to you to help the world. If you have any ideas or simple solutions that can change the world, please share them in the comments below. We hope this video inspired you, taught you something, and you liked it. For more videos, keep watching our channel Connections to Build and to Build Well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can keep getting notifications from all our videos.